Hello everyone, once again let me take this opportunity to welcome you to this session where we are going to discuss the if statement in Excel. We know that this is a function that checks whether a certain condition maybe is met. If the condition is true, it will return a certain value, and if it is else, it will return another. Just I can check if the Excel is not appearing. I can go to OAuth, and then here it is. And if you don't see it around the search pane, you can also use the search window here and type Excel. So with me I have it here, so I can just click on it to launch it. These we are going to have in ways that we can use the if condition. So maybe for example, you know the syntax, it will always have three parts, the if condition. That is, it will either have a logic test, or maybe it will give you a value if it is true and a value when it. These ones are the result or test mark or marks. Just let's call them marks like this. And then here maybe I can put those marks that I have. Maybe for example I can have maybe here this student had 56, maybe this student had 7, student had 69, and maybe the other one had 54, and maybe the other one had maybe 61, and maybe the other one had 82, or maybe we have another one having a 73. That so these are the simple result maybe I have for this student. And remember, in this student I want either to have maybe a comment somewhere where that I can assume that the student maybe who scored below had above 60 to have it up as a pass. So I can come here, I can come here. From this maybe I can type a simple formula that will show that this student had that. So here I can just come here and type, remember, a function condition, that is the if, and then it's followed by the parentheses like that, or maybe we may have one, and then I can select the cell. So that is the cell that we want to have, and then in this cell you can say that if. So remember, that is the part that forms the logical test. And now we can go to the second part that will give us if the value is true or if the value maybe is not true. So yeah, we can separate it, the two parts now, with maybe a comma like this. So here we may have this one being pass, and then we may put that, and then we separate the other part now, that is the value if it is false. We will separate with the comma like that. They fail like that, and then we may put this one like that, and then we may close it with that like that, and then we may click enter. So you can see in this case the student the value that was returned was a fail. Hover around the cursor until it changes the sign to this, and then you can drag it downwards, and there you can see we have the student who scored 70. Remember, 70 is above 60, so this one passed. 39 failed, then 69 also passed, and also maybe a pass. So that is one way that you can have that comment inserted, maybe with just like that. Maybe there are other scenarios, maybe where you may have two, maybe for example I may have one like here, maybe I have this one being maybe like that, and then maybe I can compare these and have it, maybe for example here I may have this column being answers like that, and then here maybe I can give you the formula that we can use, the formula that we can use either in this form, that is either a true or a false, maybe true all, maybe true or all. We return it to be either a false, we return it to be either a false like that. maybe in this scenario, and we are maybe there with the equal sign like that, and then from here now you can give the two values. You can select that cell, and then you can give the value, either it is maybe greater than the other one. This value, it was true that it was greater than that. And then if you try to put this one to be, maybe this one to be 88, let's see what happened. 88 like that. So you can see here the false. Maybe you may want your answers to maybe either one or either a 0 like this, or either a 0 like this. So let's see now, if we are putting under consideration these two values, how we can write this. So this one you need to use just, and remember always to put it on a parenthesis because it is a function by itself, like that. And then here you can come and select the cells that you want to compare that, and maybe these I want to make it, maybe here I can have this one. That is my logical test part. Now let me pass the area that I want the test to be, that is either true or false. So remember to separate them with a comma like that, and if it's true, let it return a value 1, and if not true, we want it to return it with the bracket here, and then we can print enter. So you can see in this case it is 0. Why is it 0? Because this part is greater than that. Let us put this 198. You see to what happens to our two functions. So here we have this one being maybe 98. It is effective, and there are some other times maybe you may put it like the way we have just pressed it now, but in the lowercase. So here we can have this one being either a pass or maybe either a fail like this, or either a fail like that, or either a logic, the same function, that is if. We can use the if there, and then we can put it on the parenthesis like that, and then here we can mark our range. There we want it to be either it is maybe greater the range where we want it to be, like that. And that is our logic the logic test. And then from the logic test we can separate it with a comma like that, and then here now we can put either we want it to be either pass or fail. So here we can put the pass, the double quotes, and then we can separate with a comma, and then we can pass the other one. So here we want it to be either a fail like this, either a fail like that, and then here we can pass with that, and then remember to close with that, and then we can enter. And that you can see that's the true, how it repeats. And remember also you can use, if maybe you want to put it, maybe we have something here, maybe like, maybe for example here we can say that this one is maybe a pass like that, and maybe this one is a fail. We have it being in this scenario like this. We have it there either pass, and the other one maybe being sorry, and the other one being fail like that. But now you can be able to use maybe a function within that. So what we need is just to have maybe the equal sign here, and then we can have the if function like that, and then from if function here we can put it and the parenthesis. So now we need to select our range is greater if that cell is greater than the other cell, if it is greater than this other cell here, like that. That's our logic test. You can separate it with a comma now to give the values or the other output. And here we want it to maybe upper. You can see there is a upper like that, and it is a function, so we need to put it under the parenthesis. and we may come here and select what we want to select it in the uppercase. That is the case, state inside the brackets, and then we may put the comma there, and then we can have the other one, which is also the uppercase upper there, and then also we may put it under that. From there we can put that inside the bracket, and then we close the entire one, and then we click enter, and there you can see this one is returned in capital because it is a pass or this person has returned. The same case, you can give it maybe either in form of maybe yes, you can bring it in form of either yes or no, like that, like this, no. And this one is just going to be the same way. And remember, these ones are different ways that you can give the comments. Maybe after, you can give the condition here. I can take this, and then we can say that if that one is maybe greater than the other one, maybe then this one, like that, and then that's our logic test. So we can put the comma there. A true value will be yes, sorry, so here we have if, have the, and then from here, sorry, you can have this one being, you can come and select here this, and then this one should be, if this one is greater than, we can have the other one, which is this, and then we can separate, sorry, can have it being yes, like that, and then here, and then we can separate it, and then the other one maybe here we can have the no, and then remember to put it on that, and then we can click and see. You can hear it is returned yes because the value is either true. Remember, there are many ways that you can work with these. Maybe for example, you may decide to put the other one is maybe if you want and this one is F2, and maybe for example if we want it when the other one is greater than the other one to add, we can just say that we can have maybe this one being this one, remember, was A2, and then the true, and then we can separate that maybe with a 0 there, and then we can come here and they have the if condition. You can have if that is true, and then we have that. So what do we need to do? If this one, so remember, the reason to why we are not having it outputting is we have not started our equation here with the equals, and now we may proceed. We may come here and mark that, and that's our logic. So we may say that we want these to be added, that is, we want the A2 2. Otherwise, if that is not true, we return the value being 0, and then we can click enter. So you can see, because the two condition is true here, this side is greater than this. You may have even a date function here, that is, you may say that if that will be true, it returns the today date, like that. Or alternatively, if that is not true, that is not meant to around 10, it returns to today's date, but now added 10 days more. This function like that. and then we can have plus maybe 10. So you may expand that a bit. So in that we may have just the function, that's the way, that is the equals, and then we can have the if condition. So you can see how if is important when it comes to the Excel, and from here maybe greater like that, and then we may have the other one selected like that. That's our logic part, and then we may separate it with a comma like that, and then we may have now the function that is as today like that, and then the other one is maybe today like that, and then maybe this we have added to 12 like that, and it's kind of not supported. There is an error with that, so you may try to change here. We see what happens. We may have this one being maybe 75, and then we may try to go to the other one. So you can see all these has changed. We see what has happened. I can show it. You click on that, and then we click here and show it, and here you can see we have the date, that is 06/10/2023 being showed, and that's bringing like and a share so that we can reach more people and increase the knowledge on Excel, being a very powerful tool in accounting sector. Thank you very much, and see you in the next episode where we shall be discussing the functions. Thank you.